A new nonprofit organization is helping people get jobs, and there's only one major requirement. You have to be unemployed.
I lost my condo. I spent my 401k savings, and I spent my savings account. I was barely hanging on.
Barely hanging on until he got some help from a group called Skills for Chicagoland's Future.
Penny Pritzker co-founded a national organization and is now leading the Chicago effort.
The more success we have, the more businesses will realize this is a great way to find new employees, and it's a great way for the unemployed to figure this is a way I can get skills and get a job.
There was such a great deep recession in the town, and there were so many people affected by unemployment that it was really time to do something and to be creative and innovative and do something different in the space to really address it. In September 2012, we announced in concert with Mayor Emanuel and President Preckwinkle and our founding chair, Penny Pritzker, the creation of Skills for Chicagoland's Future. And we've been a connector in the space to be able to connect what the businesses need with what the unemployed need, to put them together in an efficient and flexible fashion to address the hiring needs of companies, so everybody wins.
They're in this unique position to be in great partnership with corporations and with agencies like CARA to help source candidates for those jobs. For the and underemployed, for folks that are affected by poverty, nothing gives you greater hope than the possibility of a job.
When you become unemployed, it kind of derails your goals.
It really does challenge you mentally. Because you're wondering, am I ever going to get a job?
Well, it's like an emotional roller coaster. You know you have skills, you know you want to work, and you can't find a job.
In the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, what am I going to do next?
A lot of our unemployed face the issue of the great stigma of the unemployed, which is this misconception about that somebody's unemployed by their own choice, that they're not work ready, that they're not ready to really fill those positions. And we've seen some great companies in this town really rise up above that, tackle that, hire the unemployed, change that culture in their workplace to recognize that the unemployed are actually some of those that are the most loyal, dedicated, and hardcore workers.
What makes the work of Skills for Chicagoland's Future so important is that they are providing that bridge to companies who hire and those individuals in communities that have skills but may not be able to find their way to those hiring companies. Skills takes a very focused approach in getting to know us and our needs, and then they send us very targeted candidates.
Our goal is to put 5,000 unemployed and underemployed back to work by 2018. We want to do that by being innovative and creative and addressing new hiring needs of employers. We are thrilled with the retention rate we've had, but certainly the more employers that want to continue to work with us, we have hundreds of thousands of unemployed that we're ready to put back to work. So the more companies we work with, the more we can do that.
I think Skills has built a really terrific relationship with close to 50 employers throughout the Chicagoland area. And when you build that relationship over time, they have a sense of confidence and trust that Skills are going to provide the workers that they need. JP Chase was one of the first corporations to step up to fund Skills for Chicagoland's Future, and we also are a hiring partner. We've hired over 30 individuals.
Greg Merity is here today. Greg has been working in sales for 30 years. When he lost his job in December 2011, for the first time in his life, he found himself struggling to capitalize on decades of work experience. After months of sending out resumes, pounding the pavement, Greg's unemployment insurance ran out, and he began, like Eric described, to start feeling hopeless and start feeling useless. Then last year, he got hooked up with an organization called Skills for Chicagoland's Future. And so this intermediary trains folks like Greg with the skills they need to get placed right away in one of the local companies.
Today, I am going to move into a new apartment at the 1st of October, and I can afford my rent. I'm no longer on assistance from the government. I buy my own food. I'm able to help my family. I take care of my bills.
It's nice to know that you didn't fall into a black hole, that you're not the only person wanting you to get a job, that you actually have a cheering squad behind you, just saying, hey, we're here to help people like you.
I've had the opportunity to see this process and this partnership go full circle, from candidates preparing to come and interview with United Airlines, to going through the process, to being successful several years after they've been hired and happy. I know what their story was when they interviewed, they shared it with me, and now I get to see them. What a feeling to be able to to make such a difference in people's lives.
We don't measure how many people we train. We don't measure how many people we talk to. We measure how many people we put back to work. We've exceeded those goals every year for 3 years. We are on track to, move forward to put 5,000 people back to work. So if an organization is making a decision on where they want to put their corporate funding and whether that bet is worth it, we've demonstrated year over year that we do what we say we're going to do, that we put people back to work, and we measure results, not participation. It's always been something in my heart and soul that's been important, and it's been a privilege, truly, to work with folks around Chicago to help them get jobs.